Hello and welcome to Trickle Down Geekonomics. Today we're going to do a playthrough of Post-Industrial Games' latest Human Interface. Be a better human. Today we're going to play Mission 4.1.0. We're going to attempt to turn the power on to this facility so that we can get our guys out of danger, out of harm's way. There's a whole setup here for the mission. But we're not gonna read that. We're just gonna jump right into.
Au contraire, mon frere. I took the liberty of memorizing all of the flavor text and introductory language for recitation purposes, and you will not deny me my right to perform. Therefore, with each passing moment, the sound of boots intensified. The team.
So here is the mission objective. We have to restore power to the floor by picking up all the objective tokens. There are only 2 objective tokens on the map. There is one there, where Sean is pointing, and 2 there. 2 there, and actually, we added a 3rd one, right? Because the...
Behind door number, is that
Yeah,
it?
there's one right there.
And so I think the one we added is this one.
Correct. Actually, you know, we could probably take it off. Just for the heck of it. Why make it harder on ourselves? We only added it because there's an issue with the setup and description. I mean, the book is nice, right? This is the Secret Agenda book. It comes with the main game, and it's full of missions, and we're doing Mission 4.10. But they give you all the descriptions, and then there's a basic rundown of everything that you need to set that mission up with. But there's a discrepancy here with the number of objective tokens. There's 2 indicated here, but in the description they say 3, but we'll play with the 2 just for the heck of it. But the first thing we have to do, and of course the mission is broken down into multiple sessions, or multiple phases, I should say. So the special rules here are, first off, we're in full gear, which is good, and we have to return power to the floor by picking up those 2 objective tokens, and then we've got to get to elevator B, which is over there where the can is, the big mechanoid compatriot of ours.
That's right.
And we all must survive, so if any of us go unconscious, the game is lost for us.
That's right.
So we get full default equipment, but so does the Op4 group. They all have their main weapons. All the doors currently are open, so actually we can do this. Push all the doors to their side.
All of them?
Yes, that's what this says.
Wow.
And the terminal, right here, our hacker gal, right here, Lynn.ka, can hack into that. It's a strength 2 terminal. And once she hacks into that, she can close any door. And then that door can't be opened by the Op4 group or by any subsequent hacking, but there could be special skills that could open the door. Now, I'm not sure if any of the Op4 have those special skills. We'll have to take a look on the cards and see. But there's also Op4 spawn zones. So even if we manage to cut some of them off, they are eventually going to end up breathing down our necks. And the 4 TAC team officers, they're ready to go. Those are the guys in the elevator right over there.
Okay.
And the can, our biomech compatriot, already has adrenaline. So he's starting the game hopped up and ready to kill. And as soon as we grab the first objective token, we will go in and we will read section 1. So we start, because it's going to be good guys go first, and then Op4 go next. Now the first phase... Phase 1 is worms or viruses. We don't have any worms or viruses in our network right now.
All right.
So we don't have to worry about that. We pretty much get to skip that phase, at least this turn, which, generally speaking, I think is what happens on most games, is you start the game, you don't have a virus on you yet. That doesn't happen until later in the game. So we can go to the second phase.
Focus, focus, focus.
Second phase Oops, I'm looking at the mission book because I'm a moron. Does this have? It does not have a quick play. But you have it in your hand, don't you, Jim?
Here.
Okay. So, check system resources. So, when you go to generate, and this is really nice too, this came with the main game. So, it's this great big flow chart breaking down each phase as we go. So, again, phase 1 we're done with. Phase 2, check for system resources. The system resources are what we are going to need. Actually, can I have a candy jar, gentlemen? One of you?
Is there any left yet?
Oh, yeah. We didn't. We got lots of tokens, but we're not using all of them for this mission.
Those are shatterproof, so feel free to just throw those around.
So we're going to generate system resources. Each conscious team member gives us one resource. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. So 3 and a 1. And then for each point of mental skill more than 5, we gain an additional. She's going to get 2 more.
One more.
1 more, so 3 more total. Is that right? I believe that's right.
Mm-hmm.
And then minus the cost for running any hostile program. So later on in the game, as cyber warfare goes on, and if we acquire any aggressive attacking cyber attacks from the terminal when we try to hack it, if that were in here, we'd have to pay that first to keep it running. Plus, if we have any defensive programs that we want to keep in there, we would also pay for that. Or if we don't pay it, then you just discard those cards.
Cool.
So initiative determination phase. Normally, if this were a competitive game, if we were playing against one another, we would determine initiative by secretly deciding how much system resource we would each bid on to win, and then we'd pull a can-do card. But since we're playing cooperatively, we don't have to worry about that.
Cool.
Phase 4 is the cyber warfare phase. So we draw our hand of cyber. Since I'm playing the hacker again,
Yeah, you might as well.
we'll do this. We'll give Sean control of the can-do cards and the adrenaline cards.
Sean,
I
do
will.
it.
Now, the thing about this is kind of nice, right? We have our own deck of cards for cyber warfare purposes that are defensive cards, aggressive cards, fake cards, things like that. The Op4 have their own deck. So if we were actually playing more than one hacker, or if we were playing a 3-way game against one another, plus there were Op4 on the table, we'd all be drawing from this same deck, and the Op4 would be just drawing from that deck. But so I draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me check. I don't think she gets any extra cards. No. So I'm playing Lenka. She automatically passes Cyber Shock test, which we'll talk about that when it happens. And then she can increase the strength of the tactical network by 1 by spending adrenaline points, which we do not currently have. So, since we're playing against the AI in this game, I'll show everyone my hand.
And I only draw 1 card.
Well, and that's only if I can't. I can try to remotely. So here's the thing. Cyber warfare phase is you try to either attack the opponent's tactical network. So all of us on this team, we're all in the same tactical network. We're all wired in, and Lynn.ka, she's controlling that because she's our hacker. If we were playing competitively, then whoever your opponent was would have the same sort of setup. But since we're playing just against the AI, against the Op4 to deal with, we don't have to worry too much about that. But we can remotely attempt to attack that terminal from where we're at, but any attempt to attack that terminal is going to be at a -3. However, once we control the terminal, we can open and control all the doors, which will help us. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say we're going to go ahead and try it. But we wouldn't have to. We could wait till when you get right up against it so that you're actually hardwired into it, you don't have to suffer the -3 penalty. But, To just give you an idea, so the cards are color-coded. The red cards are the aggressor or offensive cards. They tell you how much system resources it's going to take to play it, and then how much it's going to keep to upkeep it, and then how strong that program is, which you can boost. And then it'll give you any description. So, for example, Snoopy, it's a +1 strength versus any tactical network defensive programs. And one enemy character of my choice, I can force it to have -2 speed this turn if it's successfully installed into the tactical network. Blue cards essentially give you more resource, so they're support cards for boosting temporarily your capabilities at spending or getting tokens to spend to do more in the cyber warfare section. And then the yellow cards, they're the defensive cards that you use to protect against people trying to jack into your head. And then these cards that look all green and sparkly, these are the fake ones, which again, if you're playing against a live opponent, you can use to bluff with. So the way this would normally work, you play them face down into your network. Let's see how much this one costs too. And actually, hang on, if she plays, so for the price of 2, I get 3, so I net gain 1 if I use this booster card. Since we're going the long way,
And they have...
it's not a very strong card, though. Now, you can spend 2 of your own system resource to boost, so that can become a 5. Can become an 8.
I need to put the crunch muffler or crunch filter on here.
While you're working through that, this is a good time for me to announce that I'm sponsored by Portillo's Restaurant. And when I say I'm sponsored by them, I mean that I have a deal with Portillo's. And when I say I have a deal with Portillo's, it means that when I go into Portillo's and give them money, they give me an Italian beef sandwich. Portillo's. Italian beef. The best around.
All right.
I get it dipped.
That's great.
Twice?
That's fantastic.
Just fill in some blank air.
Well,
That's how you do. That's how you do business.
That's
son.
what editing is for.
That's how you do
son.
business, son.
Yeah. So here's what we'll do. I will do this. I will play the sniffer card. Oh, that's right. That's a 2. That's a level 2 terminal. I forgot. You know what? I guess no guts, no glory. I don't think this is going to go well for Lin.ka, but we'll do it anyway. It's a level 2 terminal, which means it's already kind of strong. And so I'm going to play Sniffer first.
Is that good for us or bad for us?
It's bad for us. So that's going to be 2. It's going to cost me 2 to spin that, 2 to spin that. So that'd be my 4. And then I could spend...
So you're spending all of our points.
Well, you can't use them for anything because you're not a hacker.
Yeah, but still.
What if I don't want to give you my points? What if I just want to willy-nilly not
Come on,
use them?
Bernie Sanders redistributing our points.
Look. All right.
That was really in the form of a question.
So what
but you're the only one who can really spend them.
Yes, right. It's for the cyber warfare, and none of you guys wanted to be the hacker, so I'm the hacker again. Quit nodding like an imbecile, and
Start living.
I'm sniffing. So I'm going to see what that top card is. What are we up against?
I'm going to show them at home first.
And a joker.
So what's the strength of that program?
Strength 4.
Okay.
+1 strength versus tactical network. Ice programs. Deactivate 1 cyber gear of your choice. Shoot, and I have cyber gear. Is this considered
Okay.
cyber gear?
Yes. However, I
Or is this
get
cyber
plus
gear?
1 strength against the technical. Well, this isn't the technical network though. This is the
Do you have to add a can-do to these?
yes. Mm-hmm. So I've got 2, and I've got 3 more to spend. Unfortunately, I can't spend this booster because I won't have enough money to spend it.
So you don't have to be at the terminal to hack it?
No, you can remote. That's what it's going to be at -3. That's the problem.
Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah.
So add 3 to that.
So I got a 7 strength base.
You've got a 7 strength. I've got 2. If I spend 2 more, I have 1 left, which is going to go away. You don't keep them from
Right.
turn to turn. To boost this up to a 4. So it's my 4 against your 7 plus whatever that card says.
6. So that's a 10. And
Hang on. Treat the result as 3 and add 4 system resources to your pull. Well, that won't do any good. So yeah, so it's a 6. So you pull a card.
And I can't use my can-do cards for this?
Those aren't can-do cards. Those are adrenaline.
I mean, adrenaline cards?
No, that's the can. That's his adrenaline.
I know, but I didn't know
I'm
if
playing
I could,
against the Op 4.
I didn't know if I could, like, give you adrenaline or
No, I don't think so.
And
10.
10.
So we got to
Are you
reshuffle.
kidding me?
So you lost.
So here's how you'll notice we're not rolling any
So
dice.
these get discarded, right?
Yeah, those get
Well, they're
discarded.
gonna
They
get
get shuffled
shuffled.
back into the deck.
Because you got
Because
a 10.
we got a 10.
10 or 1, you reshuffle.
This gets discarded. This gets discarded. That stays there.
Okay.
I think. I believe the defensive program stays because it won. Now,
Code yellow.
so the way the can-do deck works
This is actually an offensive program.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's a worm.
So then it
Even
comes over
worse.
here, it's worse. So it comes onto our network then.
That's right. Yeah.
And it stays here and now every turn.
You have to try to get rid of it.
Yeah, you've got to try to get rid of it. You're going to pay and deactivate 1 cyber gear of your choice.
God, how long is that?
Jeez, that's enough.
What is the
Hang on, I think. God. Attacking a terminal. Terminal. Blah, blah, blah. Attacking a terminal. If the attack was successful, the attacker can place the cyber warfare card used for free, or place any number of cyber warfare cards from his hand onto the terminal, up to the terminal strength. Later in the phase, if the player still controls the terminal, he may change the cards for any other cards he's paying to install program costs. Well, we didn't score that. So, defensive Op 4 CW cards will defend the terminal against attack. Offensive cyber warfare cards will attack an attacker. So we do the battle. If there is no defensive program in the hacker's technical network, the hacker can only draw an undo card to defend. Oh! Well, so does that mean... If the attack was successful, the TN is infected with the Op 4 offensive CW card. Place the card on the highest numbered empty slot.
4.
If there are no empty slots, discard all the cards on the highest numbered slot. If the hacker attack was not successful, the defensive Op 4 cyberware card stays face up on the terminal. So, yeah, okay. Now, I think that means I have to pull a system shock test.
That sucks.
Well, I mean, it was a risky. But, we're here to play. When a virus room gets into a technical network, then the hacker in that technical network has to pass a cybershock test. Some virus worms cards specify additional effects that are also implemented. Cybershock tests are also required by all team members at a tactical network when an enemy's virus worm present at the start of the turn. So next turn, you're each going to have to do it as well if we can't get rid of it. Now, if you pass it, nothing happens. Perform a cybershock test against a mental skill. Draw a can-do card for me. If it shows a higher number than my modified mental skill, my cybershock level is increased by 1.
9.
And my mental skill is 7. So I'm now at cybershock 1.
Dang. So what?
Alrighty then. So there's that.
Well, that sucks.
So that phase, I think, is done with, and we screw. Oh, wait a minute. Deactivate one cyber gear of your choice. Now, since we are playing cooperatively, I think the only fair way to do that is to take Sean's cyber gear and get rid of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not following the logic.
Well,
on that decision.
you know what? We'll talk about it. We'll do a sidebar with it.
What if you get rid of it? Does it mean, like this has got 2 shock written on it? What does that mean? Like a 2 shock value or?
Oh,
2 shock.
No, I'm sorry. I should have explained that when we got. If you have cyber gear, and I didn't do it on mine either. Cyber gear is the stuff that makes you less human.
Right.
So you automatically pay the penalty when you use those, potentially. So So for example, the visor that she's using negates for fast attack reaction. There's no -3 negative modifier when she does them. But every time I use it, I have to make a cyber shock test after its use.
Oh, okay.
So what does yours say?
Mine both just...
Wait! +2 system resources. And the basic tactical network defense is 3.
Here's a question.
How much did I lose that by? Maybe I didn't lose it.
Well,
it was
wait a
10
minute,
plus,
she
it was
pulled
like 17. Here's a question, though.
17 to 10.
Yeah.
Here's a question. Before you lose track of that.
Yes.
Who draws first? Because if we knew that he drew a 10, well, first of all, it changed the order of what the cards came up. But do you get to know what the other person draws?
No.
You lay them down simultaneously?
The sniffer card let me look at the top card of the deck. Of the Op4 deck.
Right,
So
but not on the can-do deck.
He knew
But
the
not on the
base,
can-do.
but he didn't know.
So really it's simultaneous. Yes. Okay, so it wouldn't have...
We went first. I mean, if we
we went first in revealing it because we're all...
If we were playing competitively, whoever had initiative would draw the first card. Or they would have the option. But in this, it doesn't matter. We're always going to draw first. Just like on Solo. Right.
Well,
So
draw first or shoot first?
Well, both. So yeah, that would give me 2 resources. Well, that wouldn't have helped. Well, it would have, because I would have been able to play that defensive card that I had in my hand.
What does that do?
It would have added 1 alarm, so it's not much of a defensive
Oh,
card.
okay.
Strength 4, though. So it would have given me a 4 to defend against.
So you'd have been at 14.
Yeah.
And then if you could...
And then I could have spent 2 more. Because I still had 1. That would have cost 2 to spend. That would have allowed... Hang on here. That would have allowed me to play that because it would have cost 2 and I would have had 2 from this net Sec 1 gear that I've got. So we would still be where we're at here. But I wouldn't have been able to boost that because I wouldn't have had enough. I'd still only have 1 resource. And we're going to have to eat it. All right. So
the fact that you failed your cyber shock test, what does that do?
it just, when you get to 10
that's right.
cyber shock, then
Yeah.
I become an Op4.
Right.
I become a walking zombie.
Right.
I guess my brain is fritzed. So it doesn't kill me. It makes me
Stronger.
work for the other side, the opposition.
So you're next?
You're next.
Your other guy goes?
The next, no,
Girl.
because that's the cyberware
Oh, that's right.
phase. Now we go into the real world phase.
Right.
And so I'll go first.
Okay.
This is when everybody gets 2 actions.
Right.
And those actions in the real world.
The real world phase is what happens when you stop. How does that go?
In the real world phase is when you stop. I can't remember.
Dang.
I don't know.
This would work better if we remembered that.
Yeah.
Everybody stops something.
Stops pretending and starts getting real.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Stop. Collaborate. listen, something like that.
Now, I think until... Yeah. So until we hack that terminal, we can't close those doors. Poop. So, Lin Ka will go first. She can move. Boop, 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 boop. Her speed is 5, so she can move 5 squares. You've got 2 actions. So,
You
now...
can probably get up to the terminal.
Yeah.
Close to it, yeah. You can move any direction.
If you make an attack or do a special action, like pick up an objective, that ends your turn no matter what. So you can't shoot then move, but you can move then shoot.
Okay.
Unless you have some special equipment or something that allows you to do that. So if she's here, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So she's going to take 2 moves. Her actions are done. And I tell you what, why don't you go, and then we'll come back around and Bombshell can go. Where's that
Objective?
There's one right here,
And then the one's right here.
and then there's one right there. One on either side, essentially.
Okay, correct me if I'm... Is this the same space?
No.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What's that?
That's where the Op 4 come in. That's a spawn point for the bad guys.
2 move
And they will only come in, by the way, so under the auspices of this particular mission.
Well, these guys are here, right? Already.
Yeah, they're going to go because they're already on the board, ready to go.
I'm going to get over there and protect you.
When the first
I don't move fast.
or when the first objective token is picked up, the player closest will put a Shapu officer on the Op 4 entry point closest to the character that picked that token up.
Okay.
So if you got in here and grabbed that,
Or
then it
that
would spawn here. If you grabbed there, they would spawn there.
Okay.
And then later on in the mission, I think if there are fewer than 4 tech team officers, then you bring it up to 4.
Okay.
So it's sort of like another spawning miniature game that we enjoy, Zombicide, that there's going to come a point to where their numbers are always going to be maxed out based on the numbers for the mission,
Right.
even if you knock them out. So again, we got to turn all the lights on and get the hell out of here by getting to that elevator.
Right.
And turning the elevator on, and we got to keep her alive in order to do that.
Convenient.
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And I know you have to go straight through a door, right?
Correct. You can't move. You can't move diagonally around a corner or around a piece of actual hard terrain.
I'm going to just get there to protect you from when
Thank you.
I'll take all the damage.
And the Op 4, they will move, since they're AI, they will move to effective range and then start shooting who's ever there.
Right.
So they may not get out of that room.
Which their effective range is 8, so that would be
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're
So they're going to stand there and shoot.
and they can't shoot through their own guy though, right?
Yes, they can, I think.
Oh, that's right. You can shoot through friendlies.
You can
can't
shoot through friendlies.
enemies.
You can't shoot through enemies.
So they can stay there. Maybe I should take one step back to make them have to move at least. The back guys.
What do you gain by moving forward?
Well, wait a minute. The attack level in that room is 1. You should stand in the doorway so that you remain in attack room 1. So they'll be -1 to shoot.
Oh, I
so
see.
one of the way cover sort of works in this game is every room has attack value. Some of them are 0. Some of them are 1. Some of them that's 2. And I know that I've seen at least one that's 3. Right? It's got more stuff in it.
Yeah, this is
So
3.
unless you actually hack the network and control the room, then everyone who doesn't have that hacker working for them has to suffer that penalty when the bullets
Okay.
start flying.
Yeah, I'll stay there then.
Yeah, the Op 4 do not
True
have any stipulation in here that says they get to ignore the attack in the room. So that's good for us. Okay, so are you done?
Yes, I just moved twice.
Okay.
That's all I could do.
So Bombshell will go. She moves 5, just like Len Ka. So I think...
So she can, what kind of weapon does she have? Pistol?
She has got, the Kruger R7 with a laser sight. +2 to range attack actions. Maximum range 8. Effective range 4. So I think... I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Oh, God, she's right in front of the Op 4. But those won't spawn anyone until those guys start dropping or until one of us grabs an objective. So I guess I'll just come up here.
We have to get the objective at some
1,
point.
2, 3. And wait. That's her all done.
So that would be, now it's the Op 4's
So
turn.
I'm placing my token so she's done.
Yeah.
See?
So Oppies.
Oh, you know what? I think she generates 2 resource too, so I forgot that. So the next time around we'll remember all that.
So it's, so 1, 2, 3,
She's the
4,
hacker.
5, 6, 7, 8. So they have to be.
So they would go.
So
And here's
They
the
would
other thing.
move.
We didn't do it. I mean, again, it's similar to Zombicide. Unless you have stealth equipment or cyber gear that stops you from being an alarm, everyone generates one of these. So right now, the loudest spot in the room or in the facility is right
in
here
there.
because there's 3 of us
us.
right there.
Yeah.
So they would be drawn to that even if they couldn't see us.
Right. Well, they would move here.
Move me 2 more spaces.
Do you move?
And there's actually 4 because I failed to hack that terminal. I think that automatically
Because I have the
triggers an
velocity.
alarm.
Oh, that's right.
Legs.
So now, does each one move and shoot, or do you move them first? Do you do each figure by itself?
I think so. Just easier
So-
to keep track of. I don't think it matters.
Right
from
there,
a
he's in
gameplay
range. 1,
standpoint.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he can shoot from right there, effective range.
Okay.
So
Well, he gets 2 actions. The only thing the Op
So now
4
he can
can't do,
shoot.
they can only dodge. They can't take cover and they can't reaction shoot. So one of the things we can do when they move, if you have a reaction, you can shoot at them. You can do that once. So do you have a weapon that can shoot that far?
Mm-mm.
Okay, none of us do, I don't think, because they're still further than 8. Is that
Sean
right?
Sean
I
does.
could go 48,
But Sean's over here.
Oh yeah.
but I could shoot through friendly people.
You can go 48? Holy crap. Okay. Well, why don't you do that?
Now, does he have to have an?
You
action,
can do it once.
Does he have to have an action left or anything?
No, you can your reaction, as I understand
But then you have
it,
a -3 penalty, though, right?
yes, but so
Unless you have something that.
and you can only do it once, and it's not like he's going to get attacked this turn. So wrong book. So, for example, special actions.
Yeah, like with his scythe, he doesn't. If he does a close combat reaction attack with his scythe, he does not have the -3 penalty.
Okay, yeah. Oh, I guess you only create an alarm. You create 2 alarms if you take a terminal over.
Oh, that says pistols. I wonder why they would have the goggles. Well, they get +1 to attack range regardless. So actually, they would be at 9, so he wouldn't have to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so they're fine
Okay.
where they're at because they have the
But the
goggles.
back ones aren't.
But they'll have to move through them, so they'll have to go. They'll have to move up there to attack because they can't be in the same square, right?
Correct. No one can be in the same square as someone else. The target can perform a reaction, dodge, take cover, or fast attack reaction. Have you already taken a fast reaction this turn? No? Then you can do that. And then you put a reacted token, which I think... Yeah, see these? You can flip these over. And I'm not sure which one is supposed to designate. I think this may actually be activated, and that may be reacted. But that's how these are, I think, supposed to be used. Well, that one's got a number on it, so I may be wrong on that part. Look and see if you can figure out what the proper token for use is, but that doesn't matter as far as this is concerned. The only thing you have to do, Sean, is if you do that, and it doesn't say that on here, but I'm pretty sure it is at a -3.
Okay, that's stunned.
Okay.
That's activated.
So what's reacted?
It's got like 60 on it, like a number.
Aha. Gotcha.
Our place next to a model to show that they've reacted with fast attack or take cover reaction.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
So here, I'll give you one in case you need it. And I will take 2 because I'm running 2 chicas. And they have not reacted. Okay. So it's a -3 though, right? That's not actually on here.
I'm pretty sure that reaction.
Oh, here it is.
Attack
Reaction.
is -3.
Fast attack modifier -3 to physical.
Yeah.
So I'm starting with a 6 minus 3 is 3.
Their room they're in actually is 0.
Right.
Oh, wait a minute. I think the highest one. You use the highest attack rating, so you're shooting through a 1, so it would be an additional -1.
So you're at a 2.
So I got a 6 total.
6 total. And then they're just going to dodge, right?
That's all they can
do, which is their speed plus whatever I grab.
Right.
So 4 plus whatever that is. 7. And what did you get? 6. So they dodged.
Yeah, so they dodged effectively. And now you mark your character. Okay.
Already
I
did.
guess you don't need 2, do you?
Okay.
All right.
So now they're going to attack.
So now the rest
and they don't have
now
to
you can dodge
right.
for the remainder of the turn. But you said they're 9 away, right?
Because they have +1 range based
Because
on
of the
their
goggles.
Front row
Benelli
is.
goggles.
Okay.
The front row is.
Because right.
Yeah, the other ones are going to have to move 2 just to be able to attack.
Oh, so. Oh, but
see, I don't know
they'll
if-
still be at 9, or no, they'll have to move past those.
How does
guys.
that work? Because it says +1 to ranged attacks. Mm-hmm. So that just means... No, that doesn't... Actually, it's still 8, because that's just they get a bonus of +1. They automatically just get a 1 to their number.
You're right, it doesn't affect their...
Now, if they're using a pistol, their effective range actually changes to a 9. But they don't have pistols, they have...
Rifles.
The rifles. So
Right.
they're still going to have to move.
Sweet.
So he'll move 1 and attack me, I guess.
So now, wait a minute. How far are they away from us right now?
They're at 8 right now.
So now I can react.
Yeah, if you've got a weapon that can
Bombshell can react because she's got effective range of 8 with her pistol.
Is that effective or is that long?
I'm sorry, maximum.
Yeah.
But I get +2 to ranged attack actions, and my ranged fast attack actions are at I get no -3 modifier because of my goggles.
So you're just going to get 1 for being
So boom.
for that tack 1 room.
Right. So she's a 6.
-1.
Well, it's +2 to my ranged attack.
So you're
So
at
she's
8.
an 8.
Minus
-1
one.
for the
7.
room is 7.
Plus the card. 7, so you're at 14.
Oh, and this is also +1 to ranged attack.
So you're at a 15.
Yeah. Now I have to draw me another... Well, you go ahead and draw your dodge card.
That's my dodge. So 6 plus 4 is 10, so you hit.
So damage is 4 to... Now this is how damage works in this game. This number on this card...
On my card or your card?
This is the one you just pulled,
Yeah.
right? Oh. I don't think it matters, actually. I guess it would be on mine, right?
Yeah, I thought it was the one that you...
It's the one you pull.
Yeah.
So you pulled 7, right?
Yep.
That is your card, sir, correct?
Nothing up my sleeve.
I didn't write it down.
Presto.
So that 7 is also the location
right.
on the card that tells you
Which
how much armor they have.
Which is the chest, and he has a 5.
So 2 damage goes. Oh, wait a minute.
So that kills him.
the
He's only have
damage.
1.
Well, that's true.
Or that flips him.
That flips him. Because when you're playing in
It would only be him.
Or her.
Yeah, so you need to find a way to...
we need a marker. There's -1s on there. Just use the -1s to represent that they're on the other side. How about that? For now.
Sure. for now.
It probably is something. Because how else would you do it unless you had...
Just put a yellow marker out by him to show he's on the yellow side, or her.
Yeah, that's true. Put it on.
On the counter.
On the dude.
I'm sorry, on the miniature.
Yeah, I got it. The orange is yellow, basically, in here.
That's a good
Tangerine.
Tangerine. Guess the number doesn't matter.
So under normal circumstances, you'd be playing with the characters, and then as they go down in health, when they take their last wound as a healthy individual, you flip the card over, and now you're on the crippled side. But for the Op4 in this kind of play, in cooperative play, they each have one. They have one hit point. So you hit them once, and you flip them to the crippled side. Hit them again, they're down.
So that's the normal side and the crippled side.
So they're mooks. They're going to be easy to take out. That's why they keep respawning, though. They're just going to keep coming and keep coming.
Differently abled.
Right.
All right.
And I have to pull me a can-do card because she used her cyber gear, so now she's got to take a test.
5.
And her mental is 5.
So is that good?
I think that's good. I think.
Let
Let me look up Cyber Shock again.
All right, while you're doing that, so he still gets to attack, right?
Yes.
Regardless.
Yeah, that just exactly.
So,
especially since he's not dead.
His physical is a 3 now because he's on the crippled side. And again,
Let me look it up in the rulebook.
he gets selective fire, +1 to ranged attack, or no negative modifier in pouring a fast attack. So he just gets +1 already. And then he has +1 for the Geico. So he has +2 to his ranged attack. So he's at a 5 right now, plus the card.
If the can-do card shows a higher number than the mental skill,
12.
Then the character's cyber shock level increases by 1. So I passed.
Okay, so he's at a 12. I got a dodge. My speed's only a 4. Plus whatever that is.
B.
7.
E, 3.
So he hits me on the 3, right?
Yes.
Which is my legs, which I have 4 armor on there. And what did he beat me by?
Now wait a minute. He's shooting can, right?
Yeah.
Don't you get to ignore the first?
First 2 wounds.
Okay.
But I got to do, or I guess it depends on if I want to do the cyber shock test, right?
Yes.
It's only a 2 though, so that's right. Does that mean I got to beat a 2, or what does that 2 mean? Or is that added to whatever I draw?
What does it say?
It just says 2 shock.
Oh, I think you start already at a deficit of 2. So you go ahead and turn your wheel down from 0 to 2. And then...
Just by using it?
Just by having it. Some equipment, you just automatically lose your humanity because you're mostly robot. Or robot, as they say.
So he's at 4 to start with.
But now if you use it, does it say you have to take a cyber shock test when you use your legs?
Mm-mm.
No. So there's the trade-off is you get to use them for
So how much did he do? He got a 12. I got a 7.
Let me see your
So
card
he did
real
5 damage, and I have 4 armor, so I only did 1 damage, and I ignore the first wound, so I don't take any damage.
Let me check real quick. No, not that. Special 2 shock. Yeah, I think that's what that means.
Okay.
And in fact, she should already be at 1 now that I see that, and she should already be at 2.
All right. So
she
then
gets 3.
This guy's going to move forward.
And what does yours say? 2. So you'd start at 2. Did you already do that?
2 on
your cyber shock side. So you should be at, because you haven't taken a test yet.
Cyber shock.
Yeah.
Okay. So this guy's going to move, and I guess does it matter who do they target?
In this instance, at this point, it doesn't matter. They can shoot anyone.
Probably just shoot at me because I have the ability to absorb damage. So even though I don't have as much speed.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
He's got already. Well, he's only got 1 speed more, but I can absorb some damage, so I might as well be the bullet.
Yeah, I would. If it were me, I'd shoot at you first because you're a great big walking monster.
Well, that too. Yeah.
Blade arms, not a girl with
a
pistol.
So same thing. I'm going to be at a base of 4. He's going to be at starting at 5 with his bonuses to ranged. So flip their card first. A 4. So they're at 9. I'm at a 10. So I beat it. So no, he missed. So they're going to have to move 1, 2, 3, and they only have it. Well, they have a speed. I was looking at that side.
Those nudniks.
Actually, I still would have beat it because he would have been at a. His physical would have been higher. Actually, no. What did he get? 6. What did he get? He would have been at a 10, and I was at a 10. Defender wins and ties, right?
Defender wins the tie.
Okay, so I still did. So this guy has to go through him. He has to move. He can move that far,
Okay.
and then he will attack me. So same thing.
Now you get to dodge.
No, I am. I'm done.
Okay.
So he's speed. He's
You can always
6
dodge.
plus 8. He's at 14, 15, 16 because of his bonus to range attacks. I'm at 8, so he did 8 damage to my 8. Holy shisa. So that's my chest. I got 5, so that's 3.
Ding, ding, ding,
but I can
ding.
ignore the first 2 wounds because of my cyber. So I take 1 damage.
Is it per attack?
Yeah, I would
Okay,
assume
cool.
so. It says, every turn.
That's what I thought.
So I'm going to have to take 3 damage.
Yeah, so now you take the full brunt.
Shoot.
So, which is why maybe, well, I guess it doesn't matter. Next time, we split up the attacks.
Well, now we have this guy. Same thing. 1, 2, 3.
He should shoot at her,
Okay.
just so. Just in case.
So again, starting at 8 plus 7, so he's at 15. I don't know if you have any bonuses because of your legs.
Did I hit anyone? I did not hit anyone.
You got 5.
Oh, no, I did. I get to draw an adrenaline card. Right?
You're 10.
Because I hit him.
You're at a 10.
So hang on. Whenever you hit an opponent, you get to draw an adrenaline card. And if you
Right.
hit an opponent and take them down, you get to draw 2. 1 for each of those.
Okay.
So anyway, go on.
Oh, I forgot adrenaline cards I can maybe use. So you.
Yeah, those are his.
I don't know if your legs give you any bonuses or anything to dodging or anything.
Ooh, yeah.
It does to your speed though, right?
Mm-hmm.
So your speed will go up. So you actually are at a 6, right?
3 adrenaline points, exactly what I need.
You get +1 speed, right?
Yeah.
So you're at a 6 plus 11. You still got hit, but you're at 11, and he's at a.
Wait, I'm back there.
Right.
Or I mean, you. What? It's you that's getting attacked.
Me?
Yeah,
Okay.
her.
Yeah, I know. I'm kidding.
So what's
Yeah,
your,
what about it?
What's your speed?
Her speed's 5.
You got any bonuses to that?
What do you want? What sounds good?
So you're 5. You're
I
at
think
10,
5's a good bonus.
and they
yes,
did.
I'm
they,
at 5.
and they did 15. So
But
that's-
did you draw a card for me?
Yeah,
I'm going to dodge.
I know. Oh, you get +3
I
too.
get +3 for the dodge.
I haven't been doing that. I probably could have dodged that last one. So you start at an 8 plus 5 is 13. They still got a 15, so that's 2 above
On the 5.
on the 5. No, they got a 7,
7 is the chest, so my armor is 4 there.
so that
So
absorbs
3
it all.
damage.
2 would be 2 above,
2.
so you don't take any damage because you
Okay.
absorb it.
Got
They
it.
didn't hit you hard enough.
Ding, ding, ding. Oh, Bombshell don't like that. And she's going to run up and chop Saki those guys. Cause
I gotta remember I've got these things.
She can fight with that pistol in close combat.
Okay, so they're done. So nothing. I gotta remember to do the +3. So yeah, they're done. So we're done with that phase.
Yeah, you got to, when you dodge, that's the point of dodging, is you
Right.
get to add 3.
So now we're cleanup phase.
So, cleanup phase, check for victory conditions. We have not yet won.
No.
Close all doors which can be closed. Well, they're all open for the mission. All the
Okay.
alarm tokens would come off, and then now we remove the activation tokens.
So they never. When do the doors close? I don't.
The doors can't close until I hack that terminal and shut them.
Oh, that's right.
Otherwise, they're wide open, and the guys are going to come and get us.
Okay.
And just to take a step back, who here hit the bad guys?
I didn't.
Just me?
Yeah, I don't think Sean did either.
Okay, so what I did was I drew
Please
a
use my character name, U-Bolt.
U-Bolt didn't, but Bombshell did. Bombshell drew an adrenaline card, so every time you successfully hit an opponent or eliminate an opponent, you draw an adrenaline card. Adrenaline then can be spent to do all sorts of special abilities. So, for example, Bombshell has overdrive, so she can spend 3 adrenaline points after a successful close combat action. She can perform a second attack against the same target, which is sweet. The problem here is once you get above 8 adrenaline, then bad things happen to you. So you need to find ways to spend them, or you get in trouble.
Right.
And because of the mission conditions, the can started with adrenaline to begin with. So, and you can also, of course, do whatever the card says. So I can add 1 point to my physical skill, or I can draw a can-do card. If the if the card drawn is equal to or lower than my physical, I add 2 points to it. If it's greater, I get no bonus.
Yeah. I got to remember that. I could.
So there's all sorts of different ways adrenaline can help you. You just don't want to stockpile it for too long, or it ends up being a negative, and it causes your cybernetic organs to shut down. I think I can't remember exactly what happened.
So are we back to the viral worm thing again?
We'll have to look and see. So yeah, new turn.